Hello and welcome back. Are you looking for some summer fragrances for all occasions, whether it's when you hit the gym, pumping some iron, whether you're going out late at night at some kind of nightclub scene, or maybe it's just whether you're hitting the beach on a bright sunny day, or maybe you're just looking for a signature scent. I also have some female fragrances that I wear, and one of them I get a lot of compliments on. So if you're looking for any kind of occasion type summer scents for high heats, any occasions, then stick around because I have fragrances for every occasion and every gender. The category that we're going to do first is when you're in the gym hitting that iron. Now, me personally, I wouldn't wear any expensive fragrance for that, but you do want a fragrance that lasts a while and also going to last throughout that sweat and that heat that you're bringing when you're working out. And the fragrance I'm going to bring to you, it was probably under $25, and it's a nice summer fragrance. And the fragrance I'm talking about is from the house of Armani. That's Armani Shades Blue. Now, when it starts off, you get a lot of citruses consisting of bergamot. You're going to get that grapefruit note, and you're going to get a nice lemon note. So the opening is very citrusy. The ginger comes up in the heart along with some vetiver to give it a little earthiness to it, making this composition fresh, woody, citrusy, and spicy. If you want a nice cheap gym scent, look no further than Armani Shades Blue. Now, me personally, I won't wear none of my more expensive fragrances to the gym, but if I did, this is one that I would wear because this also warms up on your skin, and the more you sweat, the more it comes out. And the fragrance I'm talking about is coming from the House of Bun, and that's Bleer Street. Opening, you're gonna get this black currant. They kind of give it almost a grape accord. You're gonna get that violet leaf that's very prominent in this. So the opening of black currant and the violet leaf gonna be prominent. You begin to pick up some oat moss, they're giving it a green facet, and it's finished off with jasmine and vanilla. I know this fragrance has been talked about a lot. Maybe some of you haven't heard of it, but it's a nice fragrance that would go perfect for the gym time when you're pumping that iron, breaking the sweat. And I think it's very lovely for that occasion. That's Bleer Street from the House of Bun. Now, this next category coming up, it's gonna be for occasions like when you're going out. So these gonna be more of a mature summer scent, or when you're going out dressed up, going to parties, a club, or something special. And the first one up for that occasion is coming from the House of Swiss Arabian, and that's Raki. Now, this does put you in the mind of a lot of them blue fragrances, fresh fragrances like Hawas, but to me, this is a better version. It's more mature, it's not as loud, it's more smoother. So you're gonna get a lot of that ginger with some citrus added on, lemons. But what I think really sets this apart from the other fragrances, the other like, is that lavender, which makes it more manly, more mature. This also has a nice mint note in it for freshness. You start to pick up on some green apple for that fruity aspect, and you get light touches of vetiver, making this woody, spicy, fresh, and also fruity. A nice addition to mine that's, I think, very mature. It's more for the occasions of going out, being more serious than more of a playful scent, and that's from the House of Swiss Arabian, and that's Rack. Next on the list is one of my favorite summer fragrances for mature occasions, for going out. I don't know, have any of you heard of it, got your hands on it? I'm telling you, you get this fragrance and you'll fall in love with it. I was suggested this fragrance by a subscriber of mine. I talk about this fragrance a lot, and it's coming from the House of F9, and that's Highness 6. Opening, you get some fresh aquatic notes along with some nutmeg for spice. It drives down to lavender and patchouli in the mids, and the base I'm picking up on incense that's not listed, but I am getting incense that's making it smoky, fresh, aquatic, and very spicy. Lovely fragrance from the House of F9, and that's Highness 6. Next category, we're going to do signature worthy fragrances for the summertime. And when you're talking about signature scents, this come to mind. It's a very lovely signature scent fragrance that's pretty much going to have you distinguished from any other fragrance out there because of the almond note in it. And I think they discontinued this fragrance, but I think you still can find it floating around. If you can, check it out, get your hands on it, and that is Ideal Cologne from the House of Guerlain. Now, spraying this, you're gonna get a very light touch of grapefruits. You're gonna get a very light touch of lemons, but what sets this apart from a lot of summer fragrances that Guerlain does well is that almond note. So it's very nutty, very citrusy with that lemon and grapefruit. When it dries down, you're gonna get this white, clean musk along with some vetiver. Lovely fragrance for a signature type worthy scent, and that's Ideal Cologne. Another signature worthy fragrance, when you think about a bunch of green notes, a bunch of citrusy notes, that's perfect for a signature fragrance that will set you apart from anybody else. And the fragrance I'm talking about is coming from the House of Banana Republic, and that's vintage green. Now to me, when you think about green fragrances, you're thinking about this. You get some green leafy notes, you get a nice lovely tea note mixed with a fig note that's very light, but it's blended well with those three notes. Once it begins to dry down, you get this nice, juicy, very lovely, almost realistic orange note. Base, the musk comes up, you get some cedar wood. Now this fragrance is very green, citrusy, woody, and it's very fruity. Nice fragrance that, I don't know, have you heard about it? But you can find it at a good price, and that's vintage green. When you're thinking about a bunch of green for the summertime, that would be perfect for a signature summer scent. Now this next fragrance, it could be a signature scent. It also can be for formal occasions. So it's kind of a mix of everything between signature and being dressy. And the fragrance is coming from the house of Xerjoff, and that's Hurin Overdose. A juicy lemon, a spicy ginger, a nice almost woody tobacco starts it off. It begins to dry down with the amber, a light clean musk, leaving this composition citrusy, woody, sweet, and spicy. Nice fragrance from the house of Xerjoff, and that's Hurin Overdose. Now when you walk on the beach, you want to smell very aquatic. You want to have some of the salty notes around you, and you want it to be fresh and clean. And the next fragrance is a perfect example of that. And the one I'm talking about is coming from the house of Mancera, and that's Oud Blue Notes. It starts off with a nice leafy green note. You get a very juicy lemon. When it hit the mids, it becomes more floral with notes of yin yang. You're gonna get some violet. Now the violet in this is not the gasoline type, it's more the leaf of the violet. You get some nice blue notes, almost aquatic. Drying down, you get some vanillas and some ambers. It's fresh, aquatic, it's floral, and it's sweet. And that's Oud Blue Notes from the house of Mancera. Perfect fragrance for the summer beaches. Now you want another fragrance that's perfect for the beach, that's very clean. You get some aquatic notes, some citrus notes, and we're talking about from the house of John Varvatos, Artisan Pur. Now I'm gonna tell you a secret about this fragrance. Wearing it, you're gonna think it disappears, but later on you might get compliments from a stranger or somebody you know. Now this has a very simple breakdown. You get citruses, a lemon, with a light touch of orange notes. And what really makes this composition is that petitgrain. So combined with the orange notes, the citrus notes of lemon, you pretty much getting the base of this fragrance. Later you begin to get some light touches of iris, and you get some woods, mainly cedar wood. So this fragrance is very airy, it's clean, it's fruity, it's citrusy, and it's woody. With light touches of spice, I think you'll love it. And that's Artisan Pur. You can find this very cheap, and it's from the house of John Varvatos. Now guys, I promise you don't want to leave when I go over these latest fragrances, because one of these fragrances get me compliments every time I wear it. I wear these fragrances that's designed for women, but these are some nice fragrances for ladies. Like when I went to this hot dog stand, and I thought it had disappeared, and the lady told me that I smelled great. And that was probably about after 6 hours of wearing it. But we're gonna go over the first fragrance first. The first fragrance I actually wore. I bought it because of the bottle. The bottle is very gorgeous for the price. It's very cheap. I wore it, asked my lady, did it smell feminine? And she said, no, it didn't. It's a cheapie, very nice bottle. It's coming from the house of Art Zaffaran, and that's Bent Hurin. Now this smells so sexy. I love wearing it, but I'm telling you, this will smell extra sexy on a woman. You get that lemon with a nice yin yang note, almost giving it like a banana sweetness. So you get lemon, bananas, you get a light touch of almonds, and you get some jasmine to start this off. So to open it, almost smell like that box of Lemonhead candies. So it smells like Lemonhead candies. Then you throw in some floral notes of jasmine and that yin yang. So you can kind of imagine what this smell like. So drying down, you get a touch of vanilla, that making it creamy, a touch of amber, adding a little spice, and a nice clean musk. So this is citrusy, floral, sweet, creamy, and spicy. And that's from the house of Art Zaffaran, and that's Bent Hurin. Last fragrance on this list, it's a niche fragrance, but I'm telling you, when you're talking about a pineapple fragrance, I'm not exaggerating. I owned a Ventus. I didn't like it because I had the smoky version, but this one, when I first ordered, it was love at first sight. No, it's not a Ventus clone, nothing like a Ventus, but when you're talking about a pineapple fragrance, this is one of my most favorite pineapple fragrances out there. It's coming from the house of Bun, and that's Nuits de Nuho. Opening, you get a nice, lovely pineapple. By the way, they make another great pineapple scent, and that's Riverside. That's more pineapple and basil, and this is more pineapple and floral. So the opening, you get pineapples, light touches of a juicy orange, light touches of jasmine. You get some patchouli, you get musk, and you get vanilla. Close it off. This is floral, sweet, woody, and fruity. Lovely fragrance that I wear. And I know, I guarantee you, ladies, you will smell great wearing this also. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like, comment, subscribe. Come back and see me. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Peace.